What's up, everybody? It's already here with Bomber Breaks, and I've got for you right now 2025 Panini Prizm Black Football. This is Pick Your Team number 1, a 6-box half case break from Bomber Breaks. Thank you so much, folks, for jumping in and big time on those who grabbed those first spots to get this one knocked out on this Sunday. I asked you guys to fill it. You did. I always appreciate it. It'll make our lives a lot easier behind the scenes, so thank you so much. Hopefully rewarded with some big time booms. A couple points of information. First, however, the back half of this case is Pick Your Team number 2. It is available on the site, bomberbreaks.com. We've got 17 teams still remaining. And again, we've got a 20% off discount code BOOM20. BOOM20 on the Prizm PYTs. We also have a pair of 3-box random teams for $84.99 to take a shot on one of these big-time teams in the NIL spot for $85. So either way, if you want that out there. Plus, I've got Optic Football out as well. But in this one, we have a filler, and I want you guys to take note, right? We've got a handful of NFL teams there. Ravens, Broncos, Texans, Colts, Jags, Eagles, and Buccaneers. And then we took that NIL spot that's retailing for, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500, and we split it up into some manageable spots, kind of with some key highlights here. So as you can see, right, here are the spots again. Big school first. Now, real quick, I do want to make a note, right? We have a high school spot here, and we're gonna go with current classification. So what I mean by that, the easiest example I can come up with is Chris Henry is still in high school. He is committed to Ohio State, but he is still in high school. He would go to the high school spot. So. Hopefully we don't have too many of those to figure out, but I just want to be clear that it's going to be exactly how they are right now as of March, which is going to be if they're still in high school, they're still in high school regardless of commitment. All right, very good. 3, always the base number, and 4 is the die roll. We're going to go 7 clicks here. 7 clicks on our 14 filler spots. And after 7 clicks, it's the Houston Texans down to one of the NIL spots. I think Dylan Raiola is going to be one of the highlights, so don't quote me on that. All right. And now my filler participants. I've got Richard and D, Jeff with 2 and Lee, Anthony, Nathan, Jerry, Mario, Ed, Jason, Tim, Nathan grabbed another one, and Jason C, last spot, Mojo. Appreciate you all for getting in. Best of luck here on the draw and the break. 3 plus a deuce. We're going to go 5 clicks to get you one of the 14 filler spots. 5 clicks is what we need. And 5 clicks is what we've got. Nathan in the one spot. Nathan on the bookends here for us. Which looks like that. Appreciate it, Jerry. Russ, that was Russ. Good job, Russ. It is. The NIL spot is going to be banging. I'm interested to see. Honestly, I looked at the checklist for us, but I can't say that I've watched any other breaks of this. I'm not really sure what to expect. We're going to find out together. Right? All right. So here's this. Let's do this and sort it alphabetically. All right, and let's start with the NFL teams. We've got Jerry with the Baltimore Ravens, Jeff with the Denver Broncos, Nathan with the Houston Texans, and Anthony with the Indianapolis Colts. Lee has the LA Chargers. We're going to skip down here to Ed, who has the Philadelphia Eagles, and then Jeff has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guys, practicality, I can't get the NIL spots obviously on screen at all, so I'm going to leave this up for just a little bit longer to let you guys have kind of max time to see. I'll certainly, make sure I'm referring back to that sheet and let you guys know who got what if in case, somebody pops in, later. But you're going to see on the sheet here for the NIL spot, I'm going to write C filler sheet. That's mostly for my guys behind the scenes, and I'm going to print this filler sheet separate, at least for the NIL spots. But, yeah. So pop that up for right now. that. And then I'm going to grab just this group here and print that. Yep, I like that better. Okay. Wow, Alabama is murking Texas Tech right now. Whew. So then I also need to print. Did I not print the PYT sheet? No, I didn't. Okay. Print the PYT sheet as well. All right, hopefully you guys had a good opportunity to kind of review who your combo NIL spots are there. Again, here's the PYT on the screen, just without those NIL guys in there. All right, so I got my 2 sheets here. Let's crack this baby open. See what we're twerking. Okay, let's go like this, and like that, and like this, and like that, and like this, and like that. All right. You guys know what we do it? Odds left side, evens right. Odds left, evens right. Again, the back half. Pick your team number 2, boom 20 for 20% off. Odds left, evens right. Wow, that was way high, but hey, we start the landing. Odds left side here. Going to be these 6. Let's mark these as number 2. Have some loose for the randoms. Okay. Apologies, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. Whew. Three autographs per box here in the Prizm Black. Packs are stacking real nice. Hey, what up, Bueno? amazing how much cardboard you can fit in a garbage can if you really work at it. Okay. Gotta say, these packs stack real nice. Small win early. Okay. With that, I'm going to go clean screen here for the break. Because when I pull this crazy manga or color blast, we're gonna boom the hell out of it. Alright, there. Alright, and then one more time, guys. This is 2025 Panini Prizm Black Football. This is pick your team number 1. Oh, I lost my camera control somehow. Okay. Pick your team number 1. A 6-box half case break from Bomber Breaks. Thank you all again for getting in. Best of luck. Let's see if we can't find a monster card for somebody. And again, for those NIL spots, this was again how that worked out. Some combos here. All right. Very good. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun. Let's find some booms. 3 autographs per box. All right. Classic Prizm look as we expect. All right. Let's see what we can find. First one out is going to be Brian Dawkins. Fractal for Philadelphia. What? Okay. This. I got to get used to this. Okay. I'm going to go here. Bear with me, guys. Might be a little slow in the early goings. I kind of worked through this. 88 out of 199. Fractal Brian Dawkins, Philly. Ed gets us going. Behind that, it's Richard Dent of the Chicago Bears in the purple. Richard Dent, 76 out of 99 for Jerry. Herman Moore Prizm. Okay, so then the back of the pack looks like all NIL. That's actually going to make life super easy for me because I can make separate stacks and keep the NIL. Okay, so there we go. All right. Okay. If that's how it's going to be, I can dig that. Let's see. How do I do this? Yeah. Okay. I'm impressed. I didn't think there was any chance in hell they'd have the NIL separated in the packs, but I'll take that for sure. Boomer Esiason, Talisman Prizm, and Sterling Sharp here for the Green Bay Packers in the red. Sterling Sharp, 181 out of 299 Green Bay. Trish. And our first autograph of the break is going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's Brian Mitchell. Fly Eagles Fly was a filler team for Ed P. Prismatrix autograph, 37 out of 99 on the Brian Mitchell. And then our NIL guys. Okay. Larry Fitz Talisman. And that is Garrett Nussmeier. So that's our first NIL hit for LSU. Okay, so there's no specificity to the NIL cards, right? It just says NIL. It doesn't say LSU or anything like that. So I'm gonna probably bring up the checklist, and I'll have to have one of the A+ guys on this short for this one. Garrett Nussmeier, LSU. That's going to be Mario in the filler on that one. Zachariah Branch. Okay, that looks like NIL as well, though it doesn't say it. But, yeah. Okay. Guys, give me a second. Although I don't actually need it right now. I don't know if I have the Prizm Black football checklist up. Yes, I do have it up. Okay, sweet. Okay, so yes, Georgia on the branch, just for reference. I know like the jersey is pretty obvious too, but again, early on we're gonna kind of figure some of these things out as we go. No big deal. Making sense to me. And there's going to be an autograph here for the Cardinals. It's St. Louis franchise history. They moved to Arizona. Dan Deerdorf is the autograph. Arizona Thou. That is yours. Dan Deerdorf Prizm Auto. Here in box number 1. Next up, it's Munoz face. That's Anthony Munoz for the Cincinnati Bengals on the football parallel. Anthony Munoz, 199 out of 225. And nice looking card here. That's going to be Jamichael Sturdivant of Florida, I believe. Let's see here. He's got a Florida jersey. The back of his card says UCLA. Let me take a look. 12 out of 20. That's going to be the Cherry Blossom. Those look so nice. Michael Sturdivant. STUR. Yes, Florida Gators on that one. Florida Tim L. Tim. This one is yours on the Cherry Blossom Sturdivant to 20. Okay. Starting to find a rhythm a little bit. Adrian Peterson here for the Minnesota Vikings in the blue. Peterson, 53 out of 199. And Lenny Moore for the Baltimore, now Indianapolis Colts. Lenny Moore, not numbered. Not numbered on Lenny Moore, my bad. I don't usually on-top-load things, but that one's just going to be a Prizm, Lenny Moore. CJ Baxter. Huh. Oh, I get it. NIL then. That's just weird. I don't know. Some of them do have the. I'll be honest. I'm confused. Some of them have an NIL, a generic NIL thing on them. Some of them have school names. So, yeah, whatever. They're all. It's all the same. But I mean, it actually makes life. I'm glad that a lot of them have the names on it. That will make life a little easier for the sort side of things. And up next, that's a cool looking fireworks. Garrett Nussmeier. Garrett Nussmeier Prizm's Fireworks. That's LSU QB. And how about a color match in purple for the Vikings? That's Paul Krause. Paul Krause here, Minnesota. I've got 34 out of 149. And so this is so weird. Some of them have positions and not schools. No NIL thing, no school, just cornerback. So weird. Not weird, so inconsistent. But again, I'm not complaining. I'm thinking about how we're gonna. Yeah. Anyways, let's continue on. Ted Hendricks here for the Raiders in the red. Ted Hendricks, 153 out of 299 Raiders. That is Trish. And that one had no NIL. Pretty cool fractal Brian Dawkins there for Philly and Randy Gradishar for the Denver Broncos. Randy Gradishar, 204 out of 249. Troy Aikman football parallel here. Troy Aikman, 188 out of 225. Cowboys. That's Ronald. Ernest Biner. Wow. Fractal Andrew Marsh. And it's going to be Keyshawn Henderson here. Keyshawn Henderson, 31 out of 175. Prep class of 2026. So this is going to be high school. High school on this one, which is Jason C. on the Keyshawn Henderson to 175. Archie Manning here for the Saints. Purple icy goodness there for Stephen C. Stephen Archie Manning, 121 out of 149. And behind that, nice little boom for the Carolina Panthers. It's Luke Kuechly. Nice hit there, Carolina. Anthony N., that one is yours. Congrats. Luke Kuechly on the SIG. Chris Johnson Fireworks and Dwight Freeney here for the Colts in the red. Dwight Freeney, 85 out of 299. And Darrell Green for the Redskins, now Commanders. Darrell Green, 18 out of 249. All right, finishing up box number 1 with a Santana Moss Kaleidoscopic for the Jets. And a blue Ty Law here for the Patriots. Ty Law, 137 out of 199. New England, that's Maciel. Behind that, it's going to be a Luke Nienmeyer, Nebraska Cornhuskers on that one. Nathan, you've got Nebraska. You're getting the Luke, 38 out of 175, Lindenmeyer. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. I think we're finding a little bit of a rhythm here, getting an understanding for what's going on. So, box number 2. Good luck. This is going to be Megatron here for the Detroit Lions. That's a really nice looking card there. Crystally blue goodness on the Calvin. 89 out of 125 for Detroit. Ty Simpson Talisman, that'll be Alabama. And then Dwight Freeney here for the Colts. Dwight Freeney in the red. This is 194 at 299. Along with sensational signatures of Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis there. 8 out of 49. Denver Jeff. Sensational signatures of Mr. Portis is yours to 49. Here's a Jerome Bettis Kaleidoscopic blue for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The bus, number 71 out of 199. And behind that, it is Anquan Boldin for the Cardinals. Anquan Boldin, 59 out of 249. All right, I see a couple of nice things in this pack. Good luck, everybody. We're going to start, though, with an autograph. Is that Timmer? Timmer. It's Tim Tebow. Prolific. Boom. The Denver Broncos. Jeff L. That one is yours. Little Mojo Timmer to 25. That's fun. Prolific Tim Tebow to 25 there on the SIG. All right, so behind that, we've got a Peyton Manning for the Indianapolis Colts and Anthony V. The Peyton is numbered 190 out of 225. And behind that, for the Atlanta Falcons, it's Julio Jones. Gold, boom. 2 out of 10 on the Julio Atlanta. Oh, that is yours. Nice one for you. Cards looking clean. Julio Jones to 10 on the gold. I wonder if the NILs are those. No, not the cut. Not all high school guys. Okay. Next up, it's Drew Brees for the Saints in the blue. Drew Brees, 46 out of 199. And again there on that. Drew Alar, Fireworks Prizm, Penn State, and Kanye Udo. Kanye Udo here, 25 out of 149. Arizona State. Arizona State, that's going to be Nathan on the Kanye Udo. Mario Williams is next for the Houston Texans. Nathan, yours in the red. Mario Williams, 7 out of 75. Drake Lindsay Fractal, NIL Prizm there. Is that Minnesota? Yes, Minnesota on the Drake Lindsay's, just for reference, which is Jason C on the NIL Prizm Lindsay. Dan Marino here in the red, Miami. Dan Marino here, 176 out of 299. And LeVar Arrington for the Commanders, formerly Redskins there. The Washington football team as well. Michael A., that is you on the LeVar Arrington. We've got 88 out of 249. Zachariah Branch is next, Georgia on the branch. That is Tim. Zachariah Branch, 130 out of 199. Plexico Burris is next for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Purple Ice. 42 out of 149 on the Burris. Bob Lilly, prismatic signature here of the Dallas Cowboys. Them boys, Ronald, that is yours. Prismatrix, Bob Lilly on the stick. Oh, let's go. Didn't take me long. This is what we're here for. Good luck, everybody. Behind Aaron Donald. Oh. Sorry. I saw that and my bad. Oh, God, I wanted it so bad. I'm sorry. I thought I had a manga. I'll admit it. You probably all saw it. Hopefully I didn't. Fractal Emmett Smith. My bad, guys. Shoot. Luke Krummenhoek here. Assignation night, right? I had to get a challenge break here. 11 out of 99. Luke Krummenhoek. Exciting transfer. Florida State, it looks like, on the Luke. Mississippi State. I apologize. Mississippi State on the Luke Krummenhoek. Mississippi State Mario. Yours on the purple to 90 at 9. Howie Long is next for the Raiders in the red. Howie Long, 280 out of 290 at 9. And finishing up box number 2. Eric Dickerson, Kaleidoscopic. And Chris Carter here for the Minnesota Vikings. Football parallel on the Carter, 186 out of 225. This is Dermontti Dawson for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the white. Dermontti Dawson, 145 out of 175. All right, into box number 3. Alan Page is our first hit of our third box for the Minnesota Vikings in the red. Alan Page, 271 out of 299. Autograph here is going to be Jim Hart of the Cardinals. Again, franchise history. St. Louis became Arizona. Thou, that is yours on the Jim Hart. Prismatrix signature. Frank Gore, Niners. Frank Gore, San Francisco, 79 out of 299. Soft sleeve on my shoe. It's making me slide all over the place. 299 Frank Gore, San Francisco. Next up, it's Bruce Smith for the Buffalo Bills in the red. Bruce Smith, 76 out of 299. Ty Simpson, Talisman, Alabama. And for the Ohio State University, it's Cardell Tate, color match in red. OHIO, and this one, Richard H. That is yours. 185 out of 299 on the Carnell tape. Jeweler, Fractal, Penn State. Will Shields here for the Chiefs in the red. That is 139 out of 299 on the Will Shields. City. And behind that, I've got a dual auto boom of Keelan Russell and Dylan Riola. All right, so Dylan Riola is definitely Nebraska. Keelan Russell is going to be either high school or Alabama. I think he's already at Alabama. Already at Alabama. Definitely 100% Alabama, right? Let me just so we're all on the same page. Keelan Russell, Alabama, right? All right, so Alabama is D, and Nebraska is Nathan. So we will have a randomizer here to do. Let's see, that's NFL, and then these are okay. All right, not numbered there on a pretty cool dual autograph of Keelan Russell and Dylan Riola. I'm just gonna look up Riola because they did transfer, but I'm sure it's Nebraska. Riola. R-A. Yeah, Nebraska. Okay. All right, let's go. We'll just do die roll here quickly to get this one before I don't forget to. Odds top, evens bottom. Odds to Keelan Russell and Alabama, which is D, and evens bottom, Dylan Riola and Nebraska, which is Nathan. Odds top, evens bottom. Good luck to you both. Odds top, evens bottom on the die roll. I think that's a 6. I know I'm gonna go 6. Evens bottom, Dylan Riola, Nebraska, Nathan. This is the break from hell for me, just so we're on the same page. Congrats, dual autograph for you. Gosh. Keelan Russell, Dylan Riola, die rolled, evens bottom, Sixer, Riola, Nebraska. All right, continuing on. Here is a Santana Moss Kaleidoscopic Blue for the Jets. We've got 84 out of 125 on the Santana Moss. Behind that, it's a nice looking Brett Favre in the white. Prizm white Brett Favre, Green Bay Packers. The Favre is 70 out of 175. And behind that, I've got a Darryl Johnson, the Moose, for the Dallas Cowboys in the red. We've got 278 out of 299. Trey Taylor Fireworks here. That's going to be the high school spot. And Ozzie Newsome, Brownies in the red. Ozzie Newsome, 28 out of 299. Drake Lindsay here, again, Minnesota. Minnesota is Jason C. Jason, yours, with the Minnesota Golden Gopher spot. Drake Lindsay, 62 out of 299. Terry there as a Colt. And Troy Aikman here for the Cowboys in the purple. Troy Aikman, 27 out of 99. Phil Simms is next for the New York Giants. Phil Simms, 77 out of 249. And Frank Gore for the 49ers. San Francisco on the signature. Nice hit there for William P. William. Niners are yours, as is the Frank Gore sig. Fractal Prizm Arch there for the Texas spot. Texas was Jason R. Fractal Arch Prizm. Dan Fouts is next. Chargers in the blue. I've got 183 out of 199 on the Fouts. Patrick Willis here for the 49ers. Patrick Willis, 141 out of 225. I've got Terry Bradshaw here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is 20 out of just 49 on the Bradshaw. Am I gonna get tricked again? I can't tell if it's a manga or a fractal. I'm gonna just, yeah, it's a fractal. It's a numbered fractal, but it's still a fractal. Okay, they're just being funny now. Domani Jackson here on the fractal blue. Domani Jackson, NIL. 157 out of 199. I think he's Bama, but let's check. Alabama confirmed. That's for D. D, yours on the Domani Jackson 199. Nate Frazier is next. Georgia. Purple AC goodness on the Frazier. 36 out of 149. Georgia is Tim L. Julio Jones here. And finishing up box number 3. Plaxico Burress. Plaxico Burress there. 32 out of 199. Pittsburgh. Going to Ed. Tavian St. Clair is Ohio State. All right. I know, guys. This one's a little lengthier one. I apologize. Doing my best. Halfway through. 3 boxes in. Still another 3 to go. Looking for some more numbered autos and, of course, Color Blasts or mangas or Prismanias. Good luck, everybody. Phil Simms here for the Giants in the red. Phil Simms, 220 out of 299. Jewel Fireworks and Terry Bradshaw here. Again, Steelers. Terry Bradshaw, 27 out of 249. Okay. Little redemption guy there. We'll put that down for a moment. Show you the Tony Dorsett here for the Dallas Cowboys. The Tony Dorsett is 214 out of 225. And behind that's a nice hit for the Buckeyes. That's Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate, 158 out of 175. Ohio State is Richard H. All right, so let's see what we got. First redemption of the product for us is going to be a 2025 Panini Prizm Black hit. It's going to be a flashback signature. It is card 13, which is LeVar Arrington, presumably of the Washington Commanders spot. Let's confirm here. Yes, I can see right there. Redskins on the autograph, right? The Penn State man. And, all right, let's go, Eric. Thank you for the chat. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. Washington there on the LeVar Arrington flashback signatures redemption. Kuechly there, and Kyson Henderson here. This is high school. High school on the Henderson. 154 to 225, which is going to Jason C. Greatest show on turf triple auto would be phenomenal. Tim here for the Broncos. That is 190 out of 299 on the Tebow. And behind that, a little Boomin Dylan Raiola solo auto here. Prismatrix for Nebraska. That's Nathan in the filler with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Dylan Raiola 84 out of 99 on the Prismatrix auto. Fractal Messiah Hampton here. Fractal Messiah Hampton. '84 out of 125. Recruits class 2026 doesn't mean it's going to be a high school hit there for Jason C. Steve Young is next for the 49ers. 246 out of 249. And this is Quentin Martin in the red. Certainly looks like a Penn State Nittany Lion to me. 182 out of 299 on the Martin. Penn State, that is Nathan. Here's Tavian St. Clair on the NIL card for the Ohio State spot. Richard H., yours. Tavian St. Clair, 129 out of 299, Buckeyes. And Dan Deerdorf again for the Arizona spot. It's the Cardinals, via St. Louis Cardinals. Deerdorf, 148 out of 299. Here we've got another Tavian St. Clair for the Ohio State spot. $139 out of $299 for Richard. An autograph here for the Seattle Seahawks. Hey, it's Ricky Waters. Seattle, Aaron D. Aaron, this is yours. Prolific Ricky Waters. Sig. Fractal Brian Dawkins and Richard Dent for the Bears in the white. Richard Dent, 157 out of 175. T. Barber, Kaleidoscopic, and Trey Taylor here in the red. Trey Taylor, 94 to 299. Committed to Nebraska 2027, so that means he's still in high school. High school spot there for Jason C. on the Trey Taylor. And behind that, got a little mojo, Kevin Jennings of SMU. Richard H., this is yours from the NIL filler. Kevin Jennings, 6 out of 25. Mojo Jennings, SMU. Next up, it's a Fractal Garrett Nussmeier. This is 123 out of 199 for LSU. Mario, you got the Tigers. You're getting the Nussmeier Fractal to 199. Rondé Barber is next, Tampa Bay. $273 out of $299 on the Rondé Barber. T.O. there, and Marv Levy here. Buffalo Bills, former head coach, right, on the Marv. We've got 40 out of 249. Dan Hampton Prizm. All right, we started with 6. We're down to 2. Good luck. Chris Carter Fractal and Dylan Riola once again, Nebraska. Dylan Riola, 16 out of 175 for Nathan. James Lofton, Green Bay. James Lofton in the purple, 95 out of 99. And autograph here, it's Albert Hainsworth to the Tennessee Titans. Sensational signatures. Tennessee Anthony, that one is yours on the Albert Hainsworth autograph. I mean, I feel like it's sad because he's probably, I think he probably had a really strong career, but I feel like the most I remember him most for is stepping on someone's face with his cleat, right? Like, wasn't that what he was? Wasn't that his thing? Like, I don't know. Mario Williams here for the Houston Texans. Mario Williams, 212 out of 299. All right, we got some more gold. Good luck. Peterson there. And first, it's going to be 33 to 249, Mario Craver. Mario Craver, Texas A&M. Texas A&M there on the Mario Craver. A&M is Mario. And just so we're on the same page, right? Here it is. I know it says Mississippi State in the back, but he must have been a transfer. Either way. Texas A&M there. So a Mario for Mario. And behind that, for the Washington spot, it's Darryl Green. Gold. Mini boom. Commanders, Michael A. This one is yours. Darryl Green, 10 out of 10. Next up, it's Deion. A little prime time there. Talisman Deion Sanders. We've got 13 out of 199. Dallas Ronald. Brian Dawkins behind for Philly on the football parallel. Brian Dawkins, 48 out of 225. Drew Olar, Fireworks. And Irving Fryer here, Miami. Irving Fryer, Miami Dolphins, 49 out of 199. Going to Eric. Luke Kuechly is next, Carolina. Kuechly with the Panthers. I've got 43 out of 149. Autograph here to be Kevin Dyson of the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Anthony M. That is yours. Prismatrix signatures on the Kevin Dyson. Keelan Russell. Keelan Russell, Alabama on the NIL 206 out of 299. Bama is D on the Keelan Russell. This is Joe DeLaMalore. Bills. 209 out of 225 for Buffalo. Fractal Terry Bradshaw, and here's Marshall Falk for the Rams and Eric Dubs. Marshall Falk, 23 out of 175. But the good news is the lengthiness of this break allowed us to fill several ignitions while you guys are waiting, so I appreciate that. And I feel like, yeah, I need a cigarette and some ignition after this one. Just kidding. It's not. I'm being dramatic. It's fine. Appreciate the fills on the ignition. I don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke cigarettes. I'm sorry. Arch Manning talisman there for Texas, and Tony Baselli here for Jacksonville. Tony Baselli, 49 out of 125 for the Jags. And Karen. Hey, here's old boom for the Minnesota Vikings. Jason C. That's Randy Moss. Fire. Prizm autograph there of Randy. Congrats. We will take it. You know, I might be crazy, but just could be a really good day for Jason. If he's buying the Vikings outright, maybe he just liked the value, but if Jason's a Vikings fan, I'm pretty sure if memory serves, he started the day with some Ignition Vikings booms as well. So add Randy the mail day, and life is going to be pretty good. Congrats, Jason C. Nice hit for you. Dang it. Randy Moss on the Prizm auto. Here we've got Fractal of Drake Lindsay, Minnesota. Jason C. also yours. This is funny enough. Getting also the University of Minnesota stuff. Why is the back of the card vertical when the front of the card is horizontal? And why do they want the open in the top loader to be to the left? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Drake Lindsay, Fractal Blue for Minnesota to 125 for Jason. Leroy Butler here for Green Bay in the red. Leroy Butler, 2 out of 75. Dave Casper is next, Raiders in the red. Dave Casper, 234 out of 299. And finishing up, box number 5. Peyton Manning, Kaleidoscopic. Michael Irvin here, Dallas. A couple of hits back-to-back here for the Cowboys and Ronald. First, it's Michael Irvin. 52 out of 249. And then it's Darren Woodson. $129 out of $199. All right. So we got a bunch of NILs to start this pack. And then a Sterling Sharp for the Green Bay Packers. Sterling Sharp here, Green Bay. 100 out of 175 on the Sharp. And behind that's a pretty cool auto for the hometown Cleveland Browns. It's Michael Dean Perry, sensational signatures. Cleveland Anthony, that is yours. You know, it's funny, I was educating my younger cousins, who made me feel a little older, that they don't remember. Michael Dean Perry got his old McDonald's sandwich here in Cleveland once upon a time, right? It was literally the Michael Dean Perry special. It's basically like a glorified triple cheeseburger, but it was pretty awesome. 11 out of 99 on the Michael Dean Perry boom. Brownies. They had never heard of it, and they're not that much younger than me, but I guess 6-7 years young enough to not know who Michael Dean Perry was or remember that he had a McDonald's sandwich for it after him. All right, again, now we've gone to NILs at the front of the pack in this box. Charles Haley here for the Cowboys. 79 out of 149 on the Charles Haley. Levitt is Arizona State. All right, looks like we got another Cherry Blossom incoming. First, though, it's Darren Woodson once again for them Cowboys. Charles Woodson, 36 out of 99. And while not a triple auto, a pretty darn cool Isaac Bruce for the Rams. Cherry Blossom banger. I love the Cherry Blossoms personally. I think these are fantastic. They look great. Isaac Bruce, 20 out of 20. For you, Eric. Congrats. Next up, it's T.O. Kaleidoscopic for the Dallas Cowboys. Been a string of Cowboys hits here lately for Ronald. T.O. 14 out of 49 on the Kaleidoscopic. And Dave Casper for the Raiders in the orange. Dave Casper, 25 out of 60. Domani Jackson here, Alabama. Charles Woodson Fireworks, and Luke Kuechly here, Carolina, in the red. Luke Kuechly, 206 out of 299 for Carolina. Thurman Thomas there for Buffalo. Thurman Thomas, 32 out of 249. Autograph here, it's Roy Williams, the Dallas Cowboys. Nice break for the Cowboys and Ronald. Congrats. Roy Williams here for you on the SIG. Sensational signatures, 29 out of 99 on the Roy Williams. And Jim Kelly here in the red. Jim Kelly, 162 out of 299. And behind that, it's a little boom and snakeskin. Quentin Gibson. Colorado Buffaloes on the Quentin Gibson snakeskin. Let me just check the checklist before I get too crazy and confirm. I mean, it says Buffaloes right on it, so I don't think there's anything crazy. But yeah, Colorado confirmed. Colorado D, that is yours. In the NIL filler, Quentin Gibson snakeskin. Boom. Robert Brazil here. Houston Oilers go to the Tennessee Titans. Anthony N, that one is yours. 93 out of 225 on the Robert Brazil. Jeremiah Love Prizm for Notre Dame. Mario. Next up, it is Lenore Sellers here in the white, South Carolina. Jason R, that is yours. Lenore Sellers, 131 out of 175. And behind that, it's going to be a little boom for the New York Jets. It's Joe Namath Fire. Little Broadway Joe here for the Jets and Jordan H. Jordan, congrats. Nice veteran hit for you on the Namath. Prizm Sig. Boom. Sorry, MDP. I'm going to move this there because, it's Joe Namath. I swear, these things are driving me crazy. Fractal Garrett Nussmeier for LSU. Fractal Garrett Nussmeier, 187 out of 199. And this is Hardly Gilmore. Wide receiver in the blue. Hardly Gilmore, 85 out of 125. Let's see here. Kentucky. Kentucky is Tim L in the filler. That's yours. Hardly Gilmore to 125. It's Larry Fitz for Arizona. Thou, that's you. Larry Fitz, 62 out of 75. Messiah Hampton, NIL there. And this is Mario Craver. Mario Craver here in the red. I think it was a Mario for Mario, last I remembered, right? Mario Craver, 269 out of 299. I think that was A&M on the Craver. Devin Hester here for the Bears and Jerry. Devin Hester, 72 out of 249. And the last pack of Prizm Black Football. Pick your team number 1. It's Tio. So Tio has got a couple different teams in this project. As you can see here, he is a Niner. Terrell Owens, 99 out of 199. San Francisco. William P. Yours. And that's going to bring us home. Okay. Whew. So that was our first look at Prizm Black. Again, the back half of that case is pick your team number 2, Boom 20 for 20% off. Unfortunately, I did not find a manga or Color Blast or Prismania, so hopefully there is one in the back half. Who knows? But that is your guys' decision. If you think it's worth it, take a shot. Recap in here. So I do have everything split up on the back row by NFL and college. So let's go ahead and start with the NIL stuff. Again, real quick, just a reminder in case you come in later, you see that's an hour and 20-minute break and you just want to watch the end. Here's the filler assignments on the NIL side of things. All right, so in our NIL hits on the numbered side include Mario Craver, Hardly Gilmore, and Nussmeier, Sellers, and Drake Lindsay. This is Keelan Russell for Bama, Craver there, Riola, Nussmeier, Kevin Jennings, SMU, Mojo to 25, Trey Taylor is high school. Tavion St. Clair, Buckeyes, ×2, Quentin Martin, Penn State. Hampton, Henderson, Carnell Tate, Nate Frazier, Damani Jackson, Arch Manning, not numbered on the Manning. This is just a fractal prism, but it's Arch. Drake Lindsay is Minnesota, Carnell Tate, Luke Krumahawk, Zechariah Branch, Kanye Udo, Luke Lindenmeyer, Keyshawn Henderson, and a Jermichael Sturdivant, Florida Cherry Blossom at 20, along with Neusmeyer once again. Autographs on the NIL side, or I'm sorry, we don't. We also had the Snakeskin Quentin Gibson for Colorado, another NIL hit there. And we had just 2 NIL autos, which is, I guess, is a little surprising. So again, again, it's a huge price point, but the NIL spot is going to stay out there solo, I believe, unless we changed it. Yeah, so if you want to take a shot, could see something crazy in the back half, right? But here are the 2 NILs. We did hit Dylan Raiola, Prismatrix auto to 99, Nebraska. And then we hit the dual, Keelan Russell, Dylan Raiola, which I die rolled for and went to the Nebraska spot as well. And now the NFL side of things, numbered hits here. Owens and Hester, Fitz and Brazil, Jim Kelly and Thomas, Keekly and Casper, T.O., Isaac Bruce, Darren Woodson, Charles Haley and Sterling Sharp, Woodson and Irvin, Casper and Butler, Baselli and Marshall Falk. Delore, Keekly, Fryer, Dawkins, Dion, Mario Williams, Lofton, Marv Levy, Rodney Barber, Dent, Deerdorf, Steve Young, Tim Tebow, Dorsett, Bradshaw, Phil Simms, Plexico, Bradshaw, and Patrick Willis. Fouts and Sims, Aikman, Newsom, Johnson, Favre, Santana Moss, Will Shields, Bruce Smith, Frank Gore, Alan Page, Dermontti Dawson, Carter, and Howie Long, Plexico, Arrington, Marino, and Mario Williams. Breeze and Peyton, Bolden and Bettis, Dwight Freeney and Calvin Johnson, Ty Law and Darryl Green, Freeney, Archie Manning, Aikman, Gradishar, Hendricks, Kraus, Peterson, Munoz, Sharp, Dent, and Dawkins. On the back row, we had a couple golds here. It is Julio Jones for the Falcons and Darryl Green for the Redskins, now Commanders. And our NFL autographs include Roy Williams, Kevin Dyson, Albert Hainsworth, Ricky Waters, Frank Gore, Jim Hart, Bob Lilly, Mojo Tim Tebow, Clinton Portis, Luke Kuechly, Dan Deerdorf, and Brian Mitchell. On the back row, we had a redemption auto of LeVar Arrington for Washington. Flashback signatures. We had Michael Dean Perry for the Brownies to 99. Joe Namath there for the New York Jets. Prizm and Randy Moss. Big boom there for the Vikings. And Jason C. All right, very good. Appreciate you giving it a shot. Ignition coming up next.